Wow, what an education. Please, let's give her another resounding round of applause. Mrs. Strawn, that was extremely enlightening. I learned so much I knew a little bit about the flags, but today it's comprehensive, and I know we have more in the book. So tonight she's also going to do a book signing. The books are $20, but you can see a lot of research has gone into this book. And who would have thought there was so much on flags that we need to know, especially when we're dealing with a museum like the Bahamas Historical Society, or when we're going national with things, or dealing with the international community. So thank you very much for enlightening us tonight. As I say, Mrs. Strawn will be doing a book signing, but just before that, do we have any questions for her? Are there any questions from the floor?
Yes, what's the real colors?
Would you like to come and, I can't read, so so that we can record it. I can speak louder. It's a question I heard.
Okay, what's the real colors of the Bahamian flag? Because every year around Independence Day, everybody comes up with their shirt to buy, and the shirts are always different shades of blue, yellow, and...
Okay, you dealt with two things there. One was the flag and the other one was shirts. Right. The flag colors are what the government says it is. Right. Yes, because it was the pre-independence committee that got together and came up with the final design of the flag. The late Dr. Herbert Bain submitted a design, a portion of which was taken to be used. And there were others who, and so the committee actually came up with the final design and colors of the flag. The other thing that we have to deal with is something called Pantone matching system colors. Every shade of color, or every color, has 20 shades maybe. And what happened with us back in 71, 72, because the flag was first presented in the House of Assembly in April of 1973. The decision on it was made in 72, and then they had it made. The colors back then, if you go to the color wheel today, it will say Azure, A-Z-U-R-E. If you match that color with what was on the original flag. We call it Aquamarine. Now, our waters are Aquamarine of so many different shades, but that was it. But unfortunately, because we were so excited at becoming independent, we didn't keep record of the actual color codes. In the book, Flying the Pride, you will see where I got a response from the person in charge of the College of Arms in United Kingdom. This person is the person who is the keeper of the record of all of the arms, the badges, the flags for all of the nations in the United Kingdom and the independent nations. They all go to England and they're stored in Buckingham Palace. So we didn't keep the record. Because we didn't keep the record, and because of all this confusion you mentioned, different colors all over the place, in 2006, the Cabinet of the Bahamas made the decision to go back to the color wheel and choose a color that they thought was close to what we were saying, aquamarine, gold, and black. And so you get a decision like this particular flag here, which is actually darker in color than the original. We have an original flag. I should have brought it, but I didn't. This is actually darker, but this is what they felt at the time, the Cabinet in 2006. This is what they thought was close to the colors of aquamarine, gold, and black. So whatever the government says it is, it is. Now there are persons who don't have national pride. All they want is to make a quick buck. So they would go to wherever they go to, buy something that is in the design of the Bahamas flag, not necessarily the colors, and come and sell them on the streets. Who controls that? I don't know. Can you control it? I don't know. But the whole thing of it is, whatever the government says it is, it is. So official vendors like myself, we would use the government code. We would use the government code. because you can't sell anything else less to the government than the correct code. Now, we also have this problem of opinion. Opinion. I saw you look at this flag and shake your head. You may say, that can't be right. Mrs. Major Andrea may say, that's not right. But then what she is thinking it is different from what you're thinking it is different from what I think it should be. So we also face with opinion when it comes to the colors of our national flag. But whatever the government says it is, it is. Does that answer your question? Now the shirt thing, that's merchandise. You don't have to be too particular when it comes to merchandise as long as you don't show disrespect to the flag. When I say that, you can put the flag on the shirt, right? You can add it in with other decoration, but then when you put in all kinds of stuff where you can't really tell it's the Bahamas flag, and so you can show, you have a little bit of leeway when it comes to merchandising. So you'll see some souvenirs, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, shirts, whatever they want to create. Now, people are now getting into national pride, so they're creating all sorts of stuff, tennis shoes, socks, dresses, whatever. They may not be the exact shade, because whoever it is, they're having make it. They may not have gone to the Ministry of National Security, gotten the correct color code, given it to their manufacturer and say it needs to be this color. And they are, what I found, a lot of manufacturers are still using the colors we used when we became independent. We had that situation with the first World Relays. When they showed me the flag that they were going to have the Bahamas marching with, I marched back to my shop and I got the right color. They're currently in use. I wasn't having none of that. Light, really light blue. But they were using, they got it out of Europe. I don't know if anyone has actually sent the new color codes to European manufacturers yet. But just so, because I know how my people go, where they get that from? What? They don't know better than that? I wasn't having none of that. So I corrected it. Y'all know that. No one else knows that, but you all know that. Okay? But yeah, so you have to be careful when it comes to things like that. Any more questions?
So the flags that you said were displayed that represented, well, for the Bahamas, as the different monarchs in the United Kingdom changed over the decades.
As long as we were crown colony.
Right. Would it have been the same flag that would have been flown for all the other colonies, British colonies or UK colonies?
Yes, it
would. Okay. And
for all the colonies. Just like how one flag is used for the United Kingdom. One flag was used for all of the colonies. Now, the British, before we became independent, created shields. Not necessarily coat of arms for national flags, but the British created shields. These shields were made for the 17 major islands, where most of the people live and all the activity was going on. These shields never actually were instituted into law, but they're still being used. And those are the shields of the family islands. In fact, we were watching, I think the independence in the United States earlier. We were watching that, and I looked at it and I said, oh, that's like a Cat Island. And sure enough, he came back and said in Cat Island, apparently the person who was in charge or connected with it had spent many wonderful time on Cat Island and had gotten the Cat Island flag. I'm sure he got it from us because we're the only people who have it. But, of course, but that is what happened with the shields. They're not coats of arms, they're shields. All of them actually are in this as well. They're all there. So when you see those, then you would know that that is what you would call a sub-national flag. because it is not an official flag. It's a subnational. The only two national symbols that are actually covered by law, which means if you do anything crazy with them, you could go before the courts, are the national flag and the national coat of arms. The rest still have to be enacted into law.
Okay, so I'll just ask this question. The Governor General flag, okay, so does it mean something when she's in, when she's not in, and what does it mean, or how is it displayed at different times? Could you give an enlightenment on that?
I don't think I'm trying to sell the book. But the information on the Governor General's flag is also in here. The Governor General, as a representative of the Queen, has her own flag. Her flag is of the same dark blue background, blue, and it has the royal standard. It has the crown that we saw on the other flags that used to be ours. It has the royal lion at the top, and it has Commonwealth of the Bahamas at the bottom. It's kind of tiny, but right. This flag, she has two versions of it. One, the larger one that is on the pole in Government House, and it's flown from the poles outside Government House, and then there's a car flag version. Whenever the Governor General is in attendance, and sometimes, I know we kind of tweaked protocol when it comes to certain things here, and flags, we kind of tweaked it here in the Bahamas. I say tweaked because the way it's supposed to work, national flag is always flown. That takes precedence. Always. The flag of the Queen, when she's here, that is flown along with the national flag. No other subnational flags, because the person with the highest rank, their flag is flown with the national flag. So without the Queen now, let's deal with the Governor. The Governor General's flag indicates that her rank is head of state, with the Queen's crown and everything as represented by the Queen. When she's present in person, like I said, there's no need for any other to be present. But you know, we're Bahamians. We English language. Yeah, we have. I'm not going to speak name. I mean, we have tweaked the English language. So we tweaked the protocol. The protocol is the national flag, and when the Governor General is in attendance, no matter who is there, only her flag is supposed to be flown. On Clifford Park, when we have our independence celebrations, whenever you see the Prime Minister pull up, they hoist his flag. When you see the Governor General pull up, they hoist her flag. The two of those are not supposed to be flown together. Only the highest ranking official with the national flag. But we behave it. That's our country, so we tweak it. All right? But, and very seldom with the car flags, you would only see the Governor General's flag on her car. And the place of honor on a car is the driver's right. So we'll always be on the right. Same thing with the Prime Minister's flag. Cabinet ministers, whomever, it would be on the right. When you fly a personal flag, car flag, you should also fly it on the right of your car, because the right is the place of honor. Always.
Not all four windows.
Not, well, if you want to fly four, that's fine. You want to show how really, really Bahamian you are, that's fine. But make sure there is one on the right, right? And if you pay attention to the protocol, Governor General and spouse up in there. Where's the Governor General seated? In the back on the right. Always in the back on the right. Even the President of the United States in the back on the right. Prime Minister in the back on the right. The spouse is always behind the driver. So bear that in mind. It's amazing what little things you can learn just by watching these things and noticing it. And I guarantee you, after the day, you'll be checking everything from now on, because this type of thing brings about a paradigm shift in your thinking.
Thank you very much. I have to confess, I first heard this young lady on Daryl Miller's show. I was busy doing something. I was like, she has to come. She's knowledgeable, she's passionate, and she's speaking sense. So thank you very much, Cheryl Strachan. I'm so happy to have you tonight. I'm happy we have this recording. It will go around the world. We have many international members, and of course, Robert is a good YouTube person. So this will be aired all around the place. But please come to the front. We'd certainly like to present you with a little present from the Bahamas Historical Society for your spending your time with us, for being so proficient, educational, passionate, and for being right. So thank you very much. The book that I'm going to give you are the History of the Bahamas in Pictures. And if you see those two colorful screens over there, those were done by an artist called Diana Pullinger in the 1940s. And all of those pictures are contained in this book, including the female pirates fighting. So we'd like you to take that one, please. And this is our latest journal. We've been publishing journals from the Bahamas Historical Society since 1979. This is our latest one, and I'd like to present you with this as well. So please enjoy, and certainly thank you for being here tonight again. Thank you very much for all your help, and of course this will go a long way for your children, and certainly I've been enlightened and been educated tonight, so we'll make sure that we do that properly, and of course we'll go more in depth after we have your book, and we can sell your book as we are getting the children tours through the museum. We try to do a comprehensive tour when young people come here, as well as the international community, because this may be all they're going to get of the Bahamas when they come. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Continue to do this wonderful work for the Bahamas. Thank you again.
Thank you.